Smita, because we're gonna be recording in case that you don't want your show to be your face to be showed. If you want to, you can remove it, but it's one of the things that we normally say.
Okay.
And this is gonna be broadcasted also. It's gonna be going to Facebook Live, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we want just to say.
Yeah. So just a few housekeeping rules. They're not really mandated, but just a few words of advice. This meeting is being recorded. As you may have seen, there should be like permissions that just popped up on your screen. And also it's going to be streamed live on Facebook at the moment, and in the future events it's also going to be streamed live. So if you have if you don't want your face to be seen, just be informed that you're going to be this is going to go live. And if you have like pictures of your children that maybe you don't want to be seen online, then this is officially a notification. And if you can this is a request, not really mandated. If you can please kindly rename yourselves to your new to your real name, so we know who you are and what to address you. And also just for us, for security reasons, we want to know that everyone here is legit, you are who you are. If you can, if your bandwidth would allow you, please put your video on, because it's just nice to be conversing with people and not just still faces. And if you can put yourself on mute. I don't know how it is in this conversation. I would assume anyone can just like I don't know, speak in. Right? Is that correct, Ara?
It's pretty open. They can write their questions on the chat, or they can lift their hand, and it can
Okay.
It's very open conversation about things.
So if you have questions, just raise your hands, put them on the chat, however you want. Send us smoke signals, send us a raven, whatever. So I'm gonna put us online now. We're being recorded, and I'm just gonna go live right now
on Facebook. From tomorrow onwards, we will be also doing Facebook and YouTube at the same time. There was some restriction in YouTube because we didn't know that we had that. So for Fashion Revolution Week, they will be on both platforms afterwards, in case that you want to rewatch, in case that you missed it. It's a fantastic opportunity to see again. And we created recently the account, the YouTube account. So we're gonna be actually uploading previous conversations that we had. So
okay. I'm having errors.
Oh, but in here we got the message this meeting is being live streamed.
Oh yeah, maybe we are, because I always get that message every year. Am I live?
Yeah.
Can anyone please check
if we are live?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Facebook. I guess we need to go to
S. Can you name yourself?
It says Fashion Revolution. Yeah, it says that we are live.
Awesome.
Let's see. Great. Yeah, and I see myself. Yeah, hello. Yeah, cool. We're going live.
Are live.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. In YouTube, maybe it's where the error is, because of the situation that we didn't know. We needed to ask for permission. Hello, Baraka. So we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask S and Manukara, maybe if you guys can put your real names, because we had some troll last year, and we really want to make sure we have the real people behind and not trolls. Very nice to see you, Manukaram. How are you? Okay, so, and I don't think it's
for the people that need.
So now, well, she write it down in here, so it's a person. It's not really a troll or an AI bot coming. Hello, Kritika. How are you?
I'll just rename you.
Sonam. Hey, Sonam.
Sonam.
Yeah, I think for future, I'll just message them, and so you don't.
Okay. All right.
Can we start with the introduction round?
Let's start.
Let's start.
Yes, let's start. I think we are all ready.
Should we start with introduction round for all or
No,
not needed? Not
only
needed, right?
Earthlings and then Araceli. Okay.
Hello, everyone. So this is Rishita, and I'm founder of Green Utsav and Renta Cutlery. So we organize zero waste events, not fully zero waste, but sustainable events. Until now, we have organized more than 600 events, and we have saved more than 5 lakh single use from going to landfills. And then I started this in 2016 in India, and now we are here in Dubai also. But in Dubai, we find lack of awareness. So Pujita and I started Earthlings Community, a group of like-minded individuals who come together to do small sustainable actions. And through this, we regularly do awareness sessions on sustainable living and meetups online and offline. So today we are excited to have Era with us. She is the founder of Go Shopia and she is country coordinator for Fashion Revolution. So Era, can you tell us something about your how it started, your journey, and then we will ask more about Fashion Revolution Week.
Sure. So, hello everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces. My name is Araceli. I'm Spanish. I've been living in the UAE for the last 15 years. Yeah, time flies. Sorry. Even with the medicine, I still have that cough. And I started in this movement many years ago. I was by profession, I was project manager building hotels and universities around the world. But I had a flair for writing, so I always loved writing. And I created a magazine that is Dubai Fashion News that you guys can go check it out. And Dubai Fashion News allowed me to actually get in touch with a lot of, I was getting invited to go to events. And I received this one invitation from Aisha Sultan, which was the previous country coordinator for Fashion Revolution, the one that started this movement in this country. And it was the first meeting of Fashion Revolution. She just created it, and I was so lucky to be invited. So I joined, and mind you that I didn't know anything. I've always been a green warrior. I wanted to be part of the Greenpeace, and all these. But I didn't know until I was in that meeting that actually my closet was also part of that pollution that I was trying to fight. It's something that happens very often that we do not kind of like reflect on all the different parts of our life that actually has an impact. And that was precisely what was happening to me. I was trying to save whales and I didn't notice that half of my closet was already polyester by then. So that's how it started. So I met Aisha in that first meeting. We started becoming friends. And then we kind of like, put it on. Oh, yes. And if you can mute Smita, that would be great also, so that we don't have background noises. So that's how it all started for me. I learned a lot with her. Initially, I didn't know at all. So I took, my sweet time to research. Coming out of that and me having a Dubai Fashion News, can you imagine? So I was basically interviewing brands, working with the industry, and suddenly I had like a collapse. Like, okay, I can't do this anymore. It doesn't work for me anymore because now I know what's behind. So that was kind of like, okay, I took my time to research, and then when I learned that actually it was true, sadly, but it was true, then is when I started changing. I started changing myself, and then I helped her with the movement, and eventually when she had the second baby and she had to leave for Turkey, I took over. But she was the one kind of like instilling, and she created this beautiful community, this chapter in the UAE, and I'm happy to be the one that is carrying it around. But I'm not alone. A lot of fashion revolutionaries in this room, and we are all a volunteer, not-for-profit group. Everything you see is created with a lot of love, a lot of effort, and zero money. important to say. So every year, trying to pay homage to what started the movement, which was the Rana Plaza collapse. I don't know if you guys have seen or you know about the Rana Plaza collapse. You may have seen it in the True Cost movie. But basically, the Rana Plaza collapse was a factory in Bangladesh. They were doing a lot of clothes for fast fashion, and they were getting more and more orders. So they decided to expand, and it was a building. So they decided to create the second floor, third floor. At the end, I think the permit that they had was to do 5 floors, and they did 8 or something. Eventually, the building collapsed. And out of the rubble, when they were trying to rescue the people, you were seeing all the clothes with the brands that we are so used to see in the malls in here, right? That was a big call to action, because we really need to change the way the system operates in the fashion industry. We have to pay better wages to these people that are creating the clothes. We have to give them decent living conditions and decent working conditions. We have to make sure that we don't need plastic in clothes, to be honest. So why don't we go back again to natural fibers that will decompose on the land, So all these started to form as a movement. And every year for a week, all the chapters around the world, we get together and put together our Fashion Revolution Week. And it's a way to get visibility about the cause, because in every country, wherever you go on social media, there will be someone sharing, someone doing an event, someone talking about this very important topic. So at least during this week, everybody has this in mind, and we make sure there is no more Rana Plaza happening, although still to this day it keeps on happening, sadly. But that's the aim of it, just to be a remembrance and make sure that it doesn't get forgotten. So the movement has a lot of legs, as you can see. We are a community, same as Earthlings. We are a WhatsApp group. We coordinate most of our efforts in WhatsApp group. The ones that are part of our WhatsApp groups, probably they see like 58 groups and they get totally crazy. I know, we are cleaning up. Because every week we need to create different groups and subgroups to house the many different activities that we are hosting. And that's why we create all the subgroups. But we have our main one where we have everything going on. And if you allow me, I can tell you a little bit about what we are cooking for this year, because it's very exciting. Besides this call, we have for Earth Day is the first day of Fashion Revolution Week this year, and we have an amazing panel. Yeah, and the 22nd is gonna be our first day, and we have an amazing panel. It's gonna be moderated by Nandita, which is here in this call. So she's gonna be talking. This panel, really, I love it. I love the whole concept. Yes, Gosha, you can send me. I'm gonna give here my WhatsApp number. 971.
Maybe we can write the WhatsApp group in chat box, right?
Yeah, there you go. Add me, and then I add you to the group. Stay in the main one, because I know it's juicy to see all the other ones, but the other ones are gonna be deleted. So the way yes, Nandita.
Hey, Ara, sorry, just wanted to flag, maybe don't put your WhatsApp number on something that's being live streamed and going to be uploaded unless we're like editing that out.
Is it the chat showing up also in the live stream? I don't think so.
know, but
I only see always the screens, but anyways.
Okay,
Yes,
great. All right.
Rishita can give you my number in any case if you did that. So yeah, but it's good. It's a good thought. Thank you, Nandita, for thinking about our safety. So actually, Nandita is going to be the one putting this amazing talk. Elena is going to be part of that amazing talk. She is representing water as a resource. So Nandita has put together an amazing group. We are going to be talking about food, fashion. We're going to be talking with energy representatives. We're going to be talking with finance and with water. So all the resources, because fashion and food are sharing the Mother Earth as main resource, and then finance to make sure that is covered and is supported. Nandita, you want to say a little bit about your amazing talk to the community?
Yeah, of course. So yes, like Ara said, it's actually a really interesting conversation that we thought would be really valuable to put together. And normally within sustainability circles, things tend to operate in silos. So someone in the energy sector is typically only talking to other people in energy. Elena, I'm sure you can confirm it's the same with water. It's the same with like, maybe water and hazardous chemicals talk to each other, but no one else is really talking to other cross industries. And so the idea was to bring together people from a few different um, industries who have very different perspectives on what they are like what is happening within their industry for sustainability, and then also open up to thinking about where cross collaboration is possible, or where that needs to move for us to be able to see any kind of meaningful change. And fashion and food sort of sit at the center of that, because they're both consumer first industries with incredibly intense resource extraction, and also probably some of the largest waste manufacturers. So both food waste, packaging waste, post consumer waste is really massive in these two industries. So it made sense to kind of get everyone in one place and understand the gaps and what's working and what isn't working. At this stage, not a lot of it is working, but that's why it's important to have this conversation to really understand how can we, because again there's a very so the core sort of founding theme for the talk is planetary limits and how they're diminishing. So just for the group, very quickly, planetary limits are a set of scientific thresholds that have been determined by leading scientists across different kind of bio spheres that determine how much the earth can withstand in terms of resource absorption. So that's whether that's forest, whether that's animals, whether that's water, whether that's energy. There are certain thresholds that the earth has, and when we tip over that limit, we're edging closer to the point of no return. Unfortunately, I think there are maybe, I'm not sure, 27 or 35 planetary limits. I'm not exactly sure of that number. I will do my homework before the actual session. But we have crossed over. We have crossed over the limit for a few of them, and every year we kind of tend to tip over another one, and that is alarming, because the targets for 1.5 degrees and 2 degrees, that keeps getting pushed further and further away, but the planetary limits are getting crossed quicker and quicker. So in a very limited amount of time, what we really need is for as many people to get together and join hands to make any impact possible. And that's basically a really optimistic, kind of hopeful message, but the ground reality of how that is possible is what I'm hoping that all of these experts that we've put together will be able to maybe collaboratively ideate on and share some perspective on. And I hope everyone who attends it walks away with some sort of spark of an idea for themselves. Thank you so much for sharing the link in the chat box. I encourage everyone to sign up for it. All of our online panels are free, which means you really have no excuse to not attend them. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andita. She couldn't
Thank you,
say
Nandita.
anything
So true.
better, yeah?
And most of the time, people think cloth is reusable, and so they keep on buying. So many times when we ask them, okay, why are you buying this much cloths? Then they will say, oh, it's just a cloth, right? It's eco-friendly. So they don't know its journey, where it
Yeah.
started. And when I got to know about jeans, like how they get, how much water and then chemical they release, after that, I didn't buy any jeans, thank God. But yeah, so we need these kind of awareness, because I also never knew that genes can be this harmful for environment, right?
Well, in reality, I think the genes have a high toll, but it all depends also how you use it, how many times you use it. The thing is that
Yes.
we need to tell the message to the industry that maybe they don't need to produce as many items.
Yeah.
We need
True,
really to
true.
slow down the process. And once you buy them because you totally love them, adore them, and you're gonna be wearing them until your final day. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of it. Be very mindful with your purchases.
Yeah.
If you put on weight or lose weight, you can also give them. You see, we are creating a clothes swap. You can donate it. Just make sure they have a second
True.
life. Don't throw them away. You know,
Mhm.
because it's normal. We are women. We get pregnant. The clothes when I was pregnant, I can no longer wear. But the clothes before I was pregnant, not so much either. So our bodies change. So it is fine. We just circulate them. We just make sure that they have a second life in a friend's life or in someone else's closet. Who cares, And for this, we are creating this year. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the agenda because I want to go through all the points that we have. But so if you have clothes, you can donate it to us, yeah? Because we're gonna be receiving those beautiful clothes. We're gonna make sure that they have a second life. We're gonna start doing clothes swap monthly or bi-monthly, depending. And for that, we need to have donations to kickstart the process.
Today.
Yeah. So if you are
Today,
doing
right?
spring cleaning, yes, today if possible, start doing your spring cleaning and start putting it together. Muskan is preparing some Instagram posts where you can reach out to us and then we can coordinate. We have different representatives of Fashion Revolution around Dubai. So you just check which one is closer to you and we'll get you in touch with that person, and that way we can coordinate and that will help us make sure there is circularity. And this is also something, Rishita, that I would love to have also Earthlings involved. And it's something that maybe we can keep on doing together.
So
This
maybe
is a
Era,
totally
one,
community event.
yeah, so one pager poster, like you can create and we can circulate, right?
Yes, Muskan is on it once we finish this conversation. So it's going to be in reality two posters. One of them is for donations because it's important when you are joining a clothes swap that you have already things in there, different sizes, different styles, right? So that's what we are trying to have this. We need to create this. So if you have things that you want to donate, please give them to us. It will help us as this base for the clothes swap. And then the first clothes swap, we are doing it on the 25th. So you can also come and one piece in, one piece out, and it's a fun thing to do all together. And yeah, but for that's why we need donations before. So please, we will share with you, Rishita, so you can share it also in Earthlings.
Yes.
Pujita is also part of Earthlings, me too. So I'm pretty sure we can put something very nice together. And
So Era, yeah, we have community here in Greens, so we will forward here also. We will get good collection, but do we have guideline for collection? Like what
yes,
kind of
yes.
cloth we
Guidelines
Just
are also mentioned in the poster. Very simple guideline. Don't show your Facebook.
very simple. Make sure that what you are donating can be reused, can be shared. It can be, in case that is not, then we will find all the things that can be done with them. Because many people of the community know we have been granted to have some stays during the month of May in Al Serkal, and we are going to be creating some sculptures and textile artworks in there. So some of the things that maybe cannot be rewear can be used for that purpose. So at the moment, we are collecting everything. But for the future, we will be focusing on things that can be the seedling closet for the clothes swaps.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are very excited for this because it's something so much fun. We get all together, we have fun, we take pictures, try things on, and it's a lot of fun, really. So yeah. For anyone that has been part of our clothes swap before we were only doing it once a year. But this time we want to make it a little bit more often and just make sure that we had more things to offer. So yeah, that's the whole point.
lovely.
So now I said already far too many things. Yeah. Okay. So we already went through the agenda. What is going to be happening on the 22nd, which is Nandita's and Elena's panel, which is really fantastic. Honestly, don't miss it. You have the Eventbrite link in the description. Then on the 23rd, we are joining fashion. We are joining Trip for Good in Alpus, the area in there, and we're gonna be watching together 2 movies that are part of our community. Frida and Pauline, they're both filmmakers, and they have created beautiful movies reflecting on our relationship with clothes and the sustainability or not sustainability of it. So I really invite you to join. But we are not just joining there and halas. We're actually gonna be the event is really nice. We're gonna start with mending together. They have beautiful space on the second floor with big tables, and we're gonna start mending all together. We are on the meantime watching the movie, and then we have a Q&A with the filmmakers. Nandita, Frida, what is it right now? Because Pauline had to leave and now she's coming back, but I don't know exactly. But on that day, she will be on call to join and ask, any questions that people may have about the movies. So,
Ara, I wanted to ask you,
yes.
is it possible to make it available for people to watch it online or anything?
That's a good question. I think so, right? We can share the screen, right, Taisa, because we book for the time. Yeah, so we can share the screen with that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, watch online.
I know
It says watch
Collins is on
online. I
YouTube.
think there was a way that we would be sharing. But if you are in Dubai physically and you want to come physically, you are very welcome to that.
Oh, you mean we're gonna have it on Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Also sent it out to universities in India. So just in case anyone wants to watch this movie, is it a possibility to even let people know that they can watch it online as well?
Yeah, I think it is possible. We had the files, I think, for Frida, definitely. For Pauline, we can ask for it. So yeah, it's possible, and then they can ask questions about it. But if you are in Dubai, come and also do the mending. And on that day, Trip for Good is launching the Crafters Corner. So I know you guys are gonna get crazy, especially Pujita. I know she's gonna totally lose her nuts.
I wish I was there. I feel so bad not coming.
No, you will enjoy when you come back. The Crafters Corners in the Sustainability Hub in Trip for Good, basically the things that are not good for selling, they are maybe removing the bottoms, getting the zippers, or maybe some appliques. This becomes kind of like unique piece for your future creations if you're doing upcycling. So really, really amazing. And it's launching on that 23rd with us. So, it's really,
So,
really
Era,
cool.
we can get our cloths there for mending?
You can bring your own clothes, or they have clothes in there that they receive that need mending, and we can help them with that one way or the other. You can bring your own clothes, or you can help them with the ones that they have in there. But it's just a fun activity to do with your hands. Normally, there is a bottom here, there, that needs a little bit support. There is things, and it's good because they have people that can support us in case that we don't know how to do it. That's really good. And this is on the 23rd. Okay, then on the 24th, we have Anila here with the S word. Anila has a podcast with 2 of her friends, Romita and Tanya. And they're going to be interviewing a lot of us. They're going to be interviewing Jen from Trip for Good, which you may know also because it's part of our communities. Marianne Mas Fletcher from the Climate Club, sorry. Ashmal from the Global Sustainability Hub, Parka from Aura, and yes, Ekosuk, and myself. I'm honored. And she's gonna be asking us questions about how communities can actually change or support sustainable initiatives. You want to do a little intro about that, Anila?
Yes. Hello, everyone. So yeah, we are very excited about this panel discussion about how building community can impact sustainable initiatives. everyone on this panel has a community of their own, and especially when it comes to fashion sustainable initiatives, how community plays a big role, especially since we are all standing for a cleaner environment, a cleaner life, how each of our decisions, each of every experience that we come through around us, and especially with Dubai being such a Dubai having so many communities, how we can influence each other, how we can actually take this 10 steps ahead, because we all know how only we know how inspired we are, how we want to change our lives, but there are many out there who are not aware. So how community can spread this awareness, and how our people like Araceli, Ajmal, Jennifer, Marianne, Barkha, how they are doing this already, and how it has benefited the society and the communities, and how it has spread to a wider audience. So yes, this is going to be our panel discussion. We have a few questions, and we are very excited to get the answers from all our panelists. And yes, we are all learning, and
So look for the Eventbrite and join this one. It's going to be very nice. Also, if you have a community, we are all about, you see, we are all working together. We are communities, but we all work and collaborate with one another. So if you have a community of your own that you want also to be part, to make part of the mix, please go ahead and tell us about your community. And I'm going to move to the big day. The big day of Fashion Revolution is on Saturday. This time we're going to be moving to Bloomy. It's in Alcubos too. And we're going to be starting with, this is a cafeteria. She needs support at this moment. So let's try to support her as much as we can. We will have a beautiful, delicious breakfast in there. Everybody pays their own thing. Whatever you order, you pay for it. But the whole idea is that we kind of like do a little bit of social networking between the people of the movements, you see? So it's going to be very nice to finally see our faces face to face, not only through the screen. And you are all invited to come. It's really very nice. And after that, we have a textile exploration workshop with Adila. It's going to be very nice. I also recommend you guys to join that one. When you're joining the event, all these things are free, okay? We're going to also have, because we have to tell you a little bit about the design competition that we have this year. It's called Rest to Fly, but I'm going to leave that for later. But there is going to be today, on that one day, there's going to be a virtual showcase of the work of this competition. There's going to be the clothes swap, the clothes collection. We're going to keep on continuing with the clothes collection so that we make sure that we have for future. Super Pujita is going to be doing a Shashiko, I'm pronouncing it properly, Shashiko workshop, where you can learn how to do Shashiko.
Shashiko. S-A.
I need to become Japanese to pronounce it properly. Then, if you guys have business, we have a community showcase, which is free. You guys can join if you have small business and you want to bring your things to the day. Take into account, though, that you need to tell us ahead of time. And we do not have tables or anything of the sort. So you need to bring your setup, whatever you guys are going to be needing. Think of independently, because we're going to be taking all the bottom space. If you ever been in Blomi, they have second and like the ground floor and the first floor. We're going to be taking only the bottom floor. And there's some tables in there, but they're also for the workshops and stuff. So whatever you need, you're super invited to come and display and be part of the community. Just let us know ahead of time so that we can accommodate how many of you are going to be there, and bring whatever you're going to be needing. If you're needing that table, if you need a rack, whatever you may need, Actually, tomorrow I'm going to Bloomy to see the space, and I will be sharing it in the WhatsApp group. So in case that you have a small business and want to showcase it, feel free. Then we're going to start a project that we wanted to have done before, and we didn't manage because of the war. We wanted to create an Earth banner, and we wanted to have a flash mob and showcase the Earth banner as part of it. it was difficult to get together and organize our steps. So the flash mob didn't happen. The Earth banner didn't happen either. But we're going to start it on that day. And if we don't manage to finish it there, we will finish it in Al Cercal the following week. And there's more things to come. We're going to be doing other kind of banners also from Al Cercal. So if you like patchwork, if you like creating things, just, make sure that you are joining for this activity. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be following the steps of Vivian, which is one of our amazing creators within Fashion Revolution. She showed us her technique, how she does these amazing pieces. I don't know if you have seen, there is one that is, it was part of the proposal that we did for the National Theatre Museum in Abu Dhabi. And she has Machu Picchu done with textiles, and it's awesome. And we're going to try to do our best to do something similar. But it's going to be a lot of fun in any case. So you're all super invited. Different thing. Smita, you say that if it's a walk-in event, which one of all? All of them are walk-in events. You can't even jump on when we are sharing the group in there. But it's good if you register so that we know and we have enough tables or chairs and stuff for the physical ones. Yeah. Okay, then we move on to the 26th, which is a Sunday. We have a very interesting talk, which we call Scroll, Want, Buy, Repeat, and how we as consumers are very much influenced about social media trends. And we want to see how all that happens. So for that, we're going to have Jane, which is also here in the school. She is a social media specialist, but she's also I don't even know what generation you are, Jane, but she's very young. So she understands the mentality of younger generations and also people like me. I'm not going to say my age. But then we also have Prachi, which she has Glom Communications, which is a marketing agency. But because of her values, she also runs Sustainable Fashion Journal, which is a magazine talking about sustainability. So she's going to be talking about this also. We have also Vaishali Raj. If you know from previous editions, she's one of the teachers from Middlesex University from the fashion department. She's very well versed and she works with the youth. And at the same time, she helps them. Generation Z. And she breeds social media. Yes. I totally agree with that. She breeds it.
Yes, completely. Totally Gen Z coded and breathing social media every day. Yes.
So we're going to have also Sambi Chandanavar, which is one of the students of Vaishali. Kind of like to see the difference between students and teachers. And Jyotsna Sunil, which is a PR influencer. She also works in influencer marketing. And she has an amazing account. So you guys can follow her. It would be really, really good. So this amazing panel is going to be also moderated by Nandita. So this is on the 26th on Sunday. Have no reason not to join. You just join leisurely. Have your, I don't know, whatever you drink in the night. Then on Monday, we go back to Trip for Good, the Sustainability Hub in Alcus. Julieta, which I think was here before, I don't see her now. I removed my glasses. But Julieta was here a minute ago. Julieta is a stylist, and she's going to be able to help you find the right clothes for your body shape. So consider this a consultancy, but at the same time, it's a workshop. And then if you like it, you try it on, and then you can buy it. So it is a fantastic for people that have not had the opportunity to see how it is to work with a stylist. It's a fantastic way to see why the things that a stylist recommend you work so well for you. And it happened to me that I was lucky enough to have a styling session, and all those pieces, they make a difference in my attire. So that's the name of the stylist, Gosia, is Julieta. You can follow her on Instagram, is atelier_Julieta. I think maybe you guys can share the Instagram posting here with her, but you also have it, Gosia. For that, you definitely need to register. So you can also go to the Eventbrite link that I put in there, and you will see the picture of Julieta. You have the Instagram in there in the Eventbrite. Yeah. And then we have the grand finale on the 28th, which is the grand finale of the design competition. This year, we wanted to create change by, normally our design competitions are upcycling, are about, we work with the students, hobbies. This year was difficult because the minute the war started, many of the students from the universities left the country. So we couldn't really do an in-person showcase because they are everywhere, wherever they call home. So we get creative, and last year we did an interview with a very niche app called the F Word that they are doing AI fashion. It's a fashion app, and it's a fashion app that is very niche. So it's basically thinking of designers, yeah. So together with them, we launched this competition. And today is actually the last day. So tomorrow I will see what amazing creations the students have created. And the whole idea is that we call it Dress to Fly because we wanted to address the big, ugly elephant in the room that uniforms normally are done with a lot of polyesters and synthetics. So we wanted to bring attention to this by creating cabin crew uniforms. And hopefully, if you have any friend in Emirates, you can call their attention, or in Etihad or in Qatar Airways. The whole idea is that they see that there is possibilities to do things differently and still looking super fantastic, but using natural fibers. And one of the elements also of the competitions that they need to submit how they envision this ethical piece of uniform to be created. So we want to break the rules of AI because normally when you put, I want this uniform, how it's going to be done, and you see how the AI is biased towards having eternal lines of workers working with no space between them and not great conditions, right? We want to challenge them. They need to prompt how this is going to change. We want people to start seeing the difference that it makes when you are in an ethical supply chain. So that's also part of the exercise. And yeah, so it's going to be very exciting. And this, on that day, on the 28th, it will be the grand finale. So we will have the judges judging, seeing which one is the ones that are better. And we have a winner and a runner-up. There is 2 categories. One for them is for the students that they need to present tech packs along. And the other one is if you are a hobbyist, you don't need to present any tech packs. You can just present your designs and that's it. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Tomorrow when I wake up, I will see all the creations and I will tell you. And we will start sharing them on social media because you can vote which one is your favorite and share it with your friends and all that. So yeah, and I think that's it. For the Fashion Revolution Week, we went through the entire agenda. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Gosia, yes, I see them there. They give you the link to Julieta. And also, please, Rishita, feel free to share. I can share with you the community and maybe if they are interested in joining also.
So Era, you have Instagram page?
Yeah, we have Instagram.
Right?
We have but Instagram, we make it communication one way, but in WhatsApp is everybody together. We work mostly on WhatsApp. To be honest, as we are all volunteers, it gets difficult to manage. We have LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, but then nobody is really manning everything. I'm going to be very honest with you. So that's why for really the conversation, what is happening, it's actually in the WhatsApp group. And it's an open WhatsApp group, just in case that you don't have a UAE number, because in the past, we also have some people that were joining and they were sharing stuff about crypto and whatever. We cleaned the house. So normally those numbers were not from the UAE. So in case that you kept your country's WhatsApp number, I don't know, from India or from the UK, it's okay. Just let us know and then we add you. Because normally whatever is from overseas, I normally don't let them enter the group because they were easily 95% they were spammers, So the group at the moment is very clean. We have very engaged people, and we are doing a lot of activities actually. So I'm very, very happy with everything, how it's going. We have an amazing community, and we stick together no matter what. Through thin and thick. So yeah. You guys have any questions? Something that you guys want to know?
I think I'll go maybe. Kritika, you want to unmute and ask the first question that you ask. Is the fashion revolution also targeted to businesses in fashion space? So.
Okay, yes, actually, we want to work with businesses. This is one of the changes, that we want to do. Okay, let's see. For this, I need to go back a little bit. For Fashion Revolution, initially was a foundation, then it changed to be a CIC, which is a common interest company in the UK. Now we're closing that down because I just see it on the media, because the idea is to create a new entity in probably the Netherlands. Why? Because it's easier for fundraising to be in Europe. It's much better. It makes more sense. Also, Netherlands seems to be an amazing space, country that gives a lot of facilities for international grouping like such ours, because we're going to be based still everywhere. And one of the changes that we want to do, we don't want to rely so much on fundraising. We actually want to start doing working with the industry from inside the industry and trying to bring change. So we will be working with the small fashion brands if they need any additional support, with big fashion brands, hopefully, if they want to engage with us in a different way. And that would be also to support the community, So it still is in the process, but eventually I may need to ask you guys, especially Fashion Revolution team members here, to join kind of like a HR tool, talent management tool that we want to have, so that we have all your resumes and how you could be able to contribute, for example, in case that we need a consultancy about anything in particular. So that's also one of the things that is in the cooking. We won't be doing this during Fashion Revolution Week. Fashion Revolution Week is about sharing, enjoying ourselves. But this is something that is in the talks, something that is coming after, maybe by June, middle of May, maybe. It would depend. But the whole idea is that, so that we want to work more. At this moment, the way that we are supporting, for example, before when we were having a space in the malls, we were creating markets, and it was part of Fashion Revolution Week. The people were coming to the market, and we were doing a fashion show, physical fashion show. This year, with the situation, we have not been able to do any of that. But still, it's going to be in Bloomy. If you have a small business, reach out to us. It can be to me, to Fujita. We are trying to coordinate how many vendors are interested in being there, even if it's just to showcase and have fun. Honestly, that's what we can offer, because we really didn't know how much traffic we're going to be able to get because of the situation. So we wanted to be super transparent. There is no charge for that. Whatever you want to come and be part of the activities, we're happy, because you see, in the past, when we were in the malls, we had to pay BTCMs and insurances and blah, blah, blah. So it was not possible to do it for free, because as you very well know, we are all volunteers. So there is no budget of fundraising that we can do in this country. So what we were doing, we were organizing, and whatever the people were paying to be part of the market was actually what it was actually going to the Dubai municipality, to the department, for it to be.
It's about only sustainable fashion, right? The venture should be?
No, it's lifestyle. Yes, if you are doing your own soaps, or as long as you are part of the community, you are, like I think in this circle, we are all working in a very conscious way, like a small batches. If you're doing your own things, you have, I don't know. That's the people of the community. It doesn't need to be clothes necessarily at all. Actually, we normally have a very healthy mix of people, because same as, I enter from one place, other people may enter from a different place. So yeah. Nandita, sorry, I was talking so much, and at the end you got tired of having the hand up, but please go ahead and speak, please.
No, 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 nothing like that. No, it's just to add on to just in our response to Kritika's question. Fashion Revolution actually historically has worked with major fashion businesses because in the aftermath of the Rana Plaza tragedy, one of the things that Fashion Revolution started doing beyond activism was actually directly related to reporting and policy advocacy related to transparency and ethics within the supply chain. So the only thing is that is largely centered around like all of the major fashion businesses tend to be in the US or in Europe, like at least the ones who produce or like
Yeah.
they place orders for production. But with the way the restart, like the in the new sort of chapter of Fashion Revolution, particularly for UAE, we hope to kind of change it even with the retail because UAE doesn't have too many companies that do any manufacturing. Very few, like maybe a couple of them, like on large scale. But there are a lot of retail giants within the UAE. So then, sort of bringing transparency, traceability, and sustainability onto that part of the supply chain would be something that at least I personally really look forward to doing when we are able to move into sort of the more commercially oriented like part of Fashion
Yeah.
Revolution's work. But yes, historically, Fashion Revolution has a very long relationship with working with or sort of highlighting what major fashion corporations are doing, and then it ended up with the fashion corporations actually using that information themselves to some of them did kind of do take some steps to improve. It's maybe not enough, but it is a start. But yeah, I hope that answers your question fully.
Yeah, exactly. We may need to tweak a little bit the reports because, for example, Fashion Revolution is 20 years old already. When we started, with the big issue that we were finding was the transparency, the lack of transparency in the supply chain. It was basically we were totally blind. We didn't know what was happening, how many units were produced, where. We didn't have the list of suppliers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. It was really total blindness, right? So that's why we created the Fashion Transparency Index, which was a report that has been going on until 2 years ago, literally. And the whole idea was make them hold those brands accountable because of the lack of transparency. But now transparency is becoming a little bit more common because European rules are asking for it. So then now we are starting to see the light. Now maybe we change the format now to something like what we really wanted to ask initially was not about transparency, but about how much overproduction you are doing, or how many what materials you're using, these kind of things. So maybe now we focus more on the social aspect or on the environmental aspect of it. So we are in the process of figuring out what's going to be next, because these reports are super time consuming. You need to get in touch with the brands, you need to rack the websites, you need to, it's a lot of work. So we need to make sure that this is going to be the impact that we want to get with them, because after FTI, which is Fashion Transparency Index, we started doing what fuels fashion, talking about precisely the very much needed decarbonization in the industry. And that's the report that is going on at the moment. This year we are stopping because, as I said, we are closing down the CIC. But the idea is to continue maybe a version of that, and maybe even tweak that one and make it more relevant for what is next. So yeah, we work with brands, but we work in a different way. We hold them accountable. The idea though is that, okay, we held them accountable, or they have these amazing reports where they can actually see the benchmark or position themselves. But what we want, maybe the next steps is like, maybe they don't know how. And maybe we have enough knowledge within the network to actually make that happen and support them for that transition to a more clean, fairer fashion. So that's the whole idea of it. Let's see how it goes. It's all in the ones at the moment. Yes. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, it's already 7:30. So
Oh my God, I chat a lot. I'm sorry.
And yeah,
Look,
we can all be volunteers. So volunteers
Yes.
things open to all.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah,
Um,
so if anyone has any question, you can always contact one of us, and you must be having our number, right? Because you connected through groups, and if you need link for group, Era's group like Fashion Revolution, then I will share, and
yeah.
we can
Yeah,
share
feel
in.
free to join, and
Yes.
let's keep on doing things together, because I think it's a beautiful thing what we are doing together. So yes, the number will be useful. Gosha, I put it up here, but not very, I let me put in here, Gosha.
And guys, if you want to join Earthlings community, you can always reach us, and you can join Earthlings also. And yes,
Yes,
so
in Earthlings you can find everything.
yeah,
They have about how to grow your garden, how to compose, how to make sure you have less waste. So it is a lot of things going on. It's a good thing. You can balance it not only in the fashion. At the end of the day, that's why when we were putting this panel together for the S podcast, we had so many people within the community that are doing different areas, but it's still a community, and we overlap a lot, because when you are a conscious consumer, or you are a conscious person, you may start in one corner, but you don't restrict yourself to that corner. You see, and
yes.
so then you start joining, you get to know, and that's our bunch, that's our Brady bunch, our happy place. And yeah, Jane, yes, I will be sharing in the group Earthlings Community, so you guys can join there. And then I will share it with Rishita also, the main WhatsApp group, so that she can share it in Earthlings, and we can cross-pollinate our groups, and that would be beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Sure.
So if
Thank
we
you,
don't have any
Era.
more questions, yep, let's push together also for this donation ramp, and for the clothes swap, because it's a lot of fun also. And yeah, if you have hangers around, if you have clothes rack you're not using, keep all of it for us.
Yeah. Those metal
All right.
hangers, right?
Any
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 kind of,
any any hangers, whatever you have around, just keep them, so that, because for the clothes swap we normally need them, because it's a nice way to present the clothes.
and
Any
yeah.
hangers will do. Yeah. All right. I
So
send you
thank
all
you,
a big
Era.
kiss.
We will try
Thank
to
you so much,
circulate
guys.
once we
Everyone
get the
make sure
poster.
to check
Thank
out
you
all
so
of our
much. Bye.
Eventbrite.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes,
So we can.
sorry, but Nadita, you were saying something?
No, I'm just telling everyone before they leave, make sure that you check out all the Eventbrites and sign up for all of the events so you can get the links,
I
Yes,
will
especially
yes,
to
send the
all of the
Eventbrite.
online conversations. The S
yeah,
word chat is also going to be super interesting. So make sure that
yes.
you sign up so you get Zoom links for everything.
I
I
tag
will send the
everybody in
Eventbrite.
the Eventbrite, so make sure you have them there. And yeah, Olivia, keep the hangers for keep the hangers for us. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure, such a joy, really, to have this conversation with you, and just to see some faces that I wanted to hug for a while. Elena, this one goes to you. I miss you. She was in Greece while all this happened. So yes, looking forward to Wednesday. And tomorrow, stay tuned also, because we're going to Al Cercal to pick up the keys of our warehouse. I'm so excited. It feels like I'm moving to live there, honestly. I can't believe. But it's going to be very, very nice. And I will be sharing some videos and some behind the scenes. But in case that you have not yet, I ask you please to go to Instagram and look for rooted_DXB is our next project. This residency that we're going to be doing in Al Cercal in the Warehouse 34 during May. So please follow the account, because the people from Al Cercal are going to be tagging us, and we just created the account the other day. So it's literally like 20 people there. So, so try to give it a little bit of love and share it with your friends, because yeah, it's awesome. So thank you so much for this. Really looking forward
All,
to.
all
Thank
the
you so
best,
much.
Era, for an amazing week. Okay.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to welcome you all.
Yes, we will be there.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.